Well, it's a little chilly out. I've got these gloves here that are more heavy of a knit, and then they're dipped in that rubbery nitrile stuff I like. So that'll keep my fingers warm. I'm going to paint a scene over here, and a snowy scene. I don't have a lot of light. It's about 3 o'clock, I guess, 2:30. So I'm going to try and be as economical as possible with my brush work. Easier said than done. But yeah, I'm going to try to capture this without all the details, just the essence and the feeling of it. I like how these cottonwoods in the distance go into a kind of a violet. I like the snow on the branches, the ochres of the dead grasses, and then the snow among that. My medium today is, I just mixed it in one of these little sample containers from Gamblin, but it's basically 50% Gamsol solvent and 50% Galkid. And the reason I mix the two is the Galkid thickens it up a little bit, but Galkid by itself is a little too thick on a cold day like today. And so with the odorless mineral spirits in there, it's a nice fluid mixture and will help my paints flow, which I'm going to need today. Even though the sun is out and it's pretty warm, the air temperature's quite cold. I'm going to take a paper towel and just kind of soften all this stuff. I want it to stain the canvas a bit here. And some of my paper towel marks will be a cheat for foliage and all the roughness of the trees and such there. Plus I can work back into the canvas a little bit and lighten up some of these effects. Especially that edge against the sky there. And remove some of that paint so I've got a fairly dry surface I can paint back into here. Alright. Then I'm going to key my painting in here by putting the sky in. This is important. My canvas is right in the sunlight, which can turn dark colors to my eye might seem like they are perfect, but they're too dark. And when I take it back into the studio, I would end up with a painting that's too dark. So I'm gonna start with white on my palette here, and I'm just gonna add enough blue to make it chromatic, meaning it's clearly not just white. Now I'm looking for just the right amount of color saturation and value change to show light on these trees in the back here, but not make them come forward. They're still clearly in the background. And growing upward. I was watching Mike Chamberlain paints. He posted his video today painting, and he is on the beach in Malibu in flip-flops, trying to avoid the tide. I had to get a kick out of that. And then I'm out here in 19 degrees, quite a difference on for the same day. Though, I'm really pleased to be here. I'll have some beach time coming up pretty soon, but I love painting the snow. And now it's about just kind of picking up these light and dark accents you see in the tree, little patterns of this kind of stuff. I try to just do what I see rather than making it up, because it can go a little bit haywire. Character to that tree too. It's got a nice rhythm to it. Alright, here we are so far. And it's coming together pretty good. I like the different colors, just trying to make the colors pop a little bit more and make it an interesting scene. That's the scene out there. I like this tree. Of course, that bank of trees in the back there. Wherever. Yep. There's my palette. Getting to be a mess. But now I'm getting enough of the shapes in that I'll start to put in some of that snow. Really see some beautiful violets in that distance now. Incredible. Again, I don't really want to put too much detail in there. But I do want to indicate some of it. Watch myself and not be getting too carried away that I lose my drawing. Well, let's pop some snow in there. I'm going to try to maybe use some of this compositionally. there's the final painting. I think I got what I wanted out of it. Not an easy scene for me to paint. To keep it simple, but still give the feel of all of that, the growth and stuff. But I really like how the scene developed. Look at those shadows and light raking across the grasses. That's really beautiful. Overall, happy with it. Glad to spend a couple hours out here on this beautiful day in 2022. And I'll take this back, see if there's any cleanup that it needs. Okay, so I'm back in my studio. Like I said, out in the field there, though, the light was so bright, it's hard to judge values. Sometimes you think the painting looks great in the field, get it back in the studio under natural lights, and it looks a little bit dark because the you don't have as strong of light on the painting. So it's fun to throw it into a frame and check it out in the studios. So value-wise, I think it came out really well. It doesn't look dark here in the studio. It looks exactly like I'd want it. The snow is the lightest light, the sky's the second, and I've got this nice atmospheric range in here. So I'm really happy about that. I did punch up the colors in the field knowingly. This time of year, there's a lot of beautiful color, but it can also be kind of all ochre. And so I wanted to bring in warmth or leave warmth in the trees in here. And that helps to bring this mass here forward from the cooler mass of trees that were off in the distance. And the other thing I think what I would do maybe differently if I paint a larger version of this is I might make my sky a little bit darker actually, so that some of the clouds that were up there with a light pink tinge show up a little bit more in the painting. And yeah, actually for a 9x12, I think I haven't done anything to it in the studio here, and I don't think I will. I don't see the need to. I like the painting. It's fun to look at, visually stimulating, a lot of interesting marks and such from the tree branches, a little bit of snow, the pinks and the blues. I think it's a very nice picture and a good memory of the couple hours that I spent out in the field. So there it is, framed up. If you'd like to see images of this in high resolution, you can visit my website, scottruthven.com. I'll also list this one up for sale. I have a lot of paintings there for sale, so check them out. And when you're looking, notice that a lot of paintings I'll offer you the choice of buying them framed or unframed. So check out that as well. If you have any questions for me, leave me a comment below. Appreciate your likes and follows. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, I will see you then. Bye.